It's Micki time at 8:48, and it's also time to talk about Ticketmaster. So with us in the studio, along with Micki, is former concert addict David Burbank. So Ticketmaster in perennial trouble for the way it is there's some kind of legislation now to govern this in some way?
Actually, so for the second time here in Washington, a new bill is being introduced in Olympia, and it would make ticket sellers register with the state and just lay all the cards on the table about the cost of the ticket. There would be more transparency to hopefully prevent scammers from selling tickets, and tickets that they don't actually have. So the bill is sponsored by Representative Kristen Reeves. She's from Federal Way. She's a Democrat. And the hope is that it would take effect in 2026 if it passed. It's called the T-Swift Consumer Protection Act. And it's about fairness, honesty, especially after, the Taylor Swift presale went haywire and crashed the Ticketmaster website and left fans just absolutely devastated.
Is this going to fix anything? The only thing that's going to fix this is if people like David Burbank get less addicted to concert tickets and just say, if it's going to be like this, I'm just not going. If people did that, this would fix itself.
I don't think this is going to really fix anything. I mean, the whole entire system needs an overhaul. I can remember back in the day, and oh my gosh, I sound like my parents now. I remember back in the day when I wanted to buy a concert ticket, I had to get a wristband. I had to wait in line at a grocery store and get a wristband to go back the next day at 8 a.m. and stand in line according to my wristband to buy the tickets.
So, David, what have you changed your ticket buying habits because of this, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So, it wasn't that long ago that it felt like a lot of these issues that we're having with ticket buying weren't there, or at least weren't nearly as blatant. So, I'm trying to think now, the last time I had a good ticket buying experience, it was probably in 2019. I bought tickets for an artist named Brittany Howard, who I was really excited to see with my wife, and they were, $65, $70. This was a main marquee artist at the Showbox, and we were perfectly fine paying that money. The fees were not insane. I think, it all added up to probably $80 a ticket. That's what you expect when you go into it. And recently I tried to buy a ticket to a similarly popular artist, this artist, Faye Webster. The tickets said they were $65. I went all the way to checkout. At checkout, it would have ended up for two tickets being $235 with all the fees.
Yeah, well, there's something called the Fans First Act, which was introduced by Senators John Cornyn of Texas and Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota, which is supposed to go a little further than Reeves' bill. It's supposed to basically help fans know that they are buying real tickets, because what it does is it prevents resellers from selling tickets that they don't have in hand, which is what happens a lot. So fans just want easier access to getting these concert tickets and to be assured that when they go to the venue and they scan their ticket, that it's going to allow them in because they don't have a fake ticket.
I don't understand why more artists like Taylor Swift don't. And maybe it's the complication of it, but whenever we buy Foo Fighters tickets, they take care of their fans. They have their own marketplace. They make sure there's no second market. Like big bands like Taylor Swift bringing in millions of dollars, or like the Foo Fighters who have a lot of money to do this, they need to push back and create their own market to make music accessible to everyone. That's what it's doing.
Yeah,
it's stopping the live music experience, which is a detriment. Live music, it's transformative. It's uniting. You're there with people you've never met before, and suddenly you all have the same heartbeat, right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
It is. And I know that people just want to be able to buy concert tickets without having to pay college tuition prices. I mean, that's just basically what it boils down to.
I feel like there's more artists that do that, where they have their own ticket marketplace, or at least they protect it with everything they've got to make sure their fans can get a hold of tickets. But I need more of that. It's one thing to be transparent on Ticketmaster. Right. I don't care if they want to tell me what the fees are. I don't want all those fees anymore, like you, David, where it increases the cost fourfold.
Well, yeah, and it's, a giant artist like Foo Fighters or like Taylor Swift, they have maybe the power to fight back. Yeah. But for smaller artists that are just touring through towns, they're kind of stuck in this stranglehold of Ticketmaster, and it's really unfair to not only the people buying the tickets, but also to those artists.
And those
Because they're
artists-
not getting all those fees.
And those artists need those fees. They need those fees to
Well,
be paid because of the fact that that's how they're being paid to perform at the venue. It's the venue that pays the artist to come and then guarantees, hey, I'm going to pay you $60 million to go and perform at Lumen Field or, wherever, Climate Pledge Arena. And then we've got to sell a certain amount of tickets at a certain amount of dollar to be able to make that money back.
All right, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck.